Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania Hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there?
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later.
Got a lot of running room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college.
Got some room headed to the goal line, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's loose. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Might as well give it to him again.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense. It makes you really be honest.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get run.
They'll put the tight end in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Hit the afterburners, kid. Past the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this.
He's off to the races. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, you know, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Giving him his pass. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Linebackers have a tough job, right? Their first responsibility is to stuff the run, but you can see he does a really good job seeing pass, getting back into his cover 2 drop, breaking on the football, and making the interception.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too.
Looking for a huge play. Makes the catch up to 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. USF is piling up the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout neither side will soon forget. They're up by 21 over Syracuse. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Open runway ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the...
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Man, Penn State is known for its defense, right? Tough, physical, they can stop the run, and they can get after the quarterback, and they do it from the linebacker position. You think about the legacy this school has had at that spot. This guy right here, he fits into exactly what they want a linebacker to be, and the ability to get after the QB is a big part of it.
Quickly complete.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives live? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The field goal is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Running toward the tape. Quick step and go. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking for a man on second down. They're setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
He looks that one in nicely. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Bender. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
He's going to pass on second down. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right for the big play coming. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. At midfield, he's got room. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He'll take another shot here. He's got it. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He wants to throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. Into the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this, because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Got his man out of the backfield. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Second down coming up. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On second down, just keeps firing. Finds his back in the middle. Still running at the 40. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. He'll just keep slinging it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Trojan. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU is just getting blown off the field today. It's like they haven't even been competitive. How'd you like to be the network censor on a coach's show this week?
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The throw. Complete to the right. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
And now on second down for this offense.
Black 24. Black 24. Here we go.
He's got him this time. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll try to get it through the air. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Well, the defense just spent a whole lot of energy, too. That was a long play. That developed and took time, and they were pursuing, and they weren't able to get him initially. So you got dudes huffing and puffing and sucking wind, and this offense all of a sudden down close to your goal line. You might want to consider...
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Fair Fair catch, called for and made. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They scored here. We're in for a ball game.
Wants to throw on third. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's right on target. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Penn State 35, USC 7.
The Trojans look to keep this drive humming.
Cricket.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
42 Spider.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season. What a momentum-changing play for his team.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Complete to the left. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at it.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game.
Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Penn State 42, USC 7.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gonna let it fly. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
USC 7.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right.
And he breaks into the open. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
To the ground. He's got it again.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And once again, you see how valuable the tough little slot receivers are on 4th down.
You isolate those guys, get the matchup you want, and now go win. Nice job by this offense, getting the matchup on 4th down, and the QB.
The expressway is wide open. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
1st and goal, USC.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel...
He wants to take the top off. Fires and picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Pulls it in. It's Baker.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, and that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
He's got his man. Bust through behind his pad. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's looking to throw it. Got a man. It's Baker. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense.
Throws toward the end zone. Got it. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
He unleashes a long one. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And after this play, the cake will be baked. touch pass on the jet sweep. Can anyone catch him? He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a